Hello, this is Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin, my name's Don. You sent me a letter.
Yeah, how are you doing?
Good. The letter is for the property at 2 Lancaster, Ohio.
Gotcha. Yeah, we kind of just been reaching out to other owners to see if they have any, properties that they consider selling.
I consider I don't need to sell, but I've been wanting to sell because of my age. Otherwise, it is rented, and they're pretty good payers.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Are those tenants there? Are they currently on like an annual lease or month-to-month lease?
About a month to month now. They've been there like 8 years or something.
Okay, so they'd probably have the intent to stay, if we were to agree on a price. Because we don't have an issue buying with tenants in place. We just obviously need to have an idea of, where the rent is that we'd be collecting when we take over.
Right. Well, I give them a pretty low rent, but he does his own repair. I don't really touch nothing.
Got it. Okay. What are you currently charging them monthly?
I get $800 for that, and then $100 extra for the garage.
Gotcha. Is it a 3-bed, 1-bath?
Yes, well, no, 2 bath, but it's 3 bed upstairs, and actually it could have a 4th bed downstairs, and there's a bath in it. I think it's listed as a half bath, but it's a shower, sink, and toilet.
Okay, awesome. No, that's good to know. As far as, the overall condition goes, obviously they've been there a while. Any major updates that you can think of that would need to be done?
I would definitely take a look at the heating system. I think they just put baseboard all through the house, which they had an electrician do it, so I wasn't too concerned there. But I did pay for the actual baseboards that they installed them. I don't imagine they're by code.
Got it.
Other than that, I know it needs some bathroom work upstairs, and it's going to need some work. I'm sure you will.
Yeah, that's not a problem at all. That's most of the properties we buy do need some work. As far as like the exterior goes, though, do you have any idea how old the roof is there?
Oh, the roof is a good bit old, but it's slate. It doesn't leak.
Okay, gotcha. Awesome. Yeah, took us a while, but we finally found a good company that'll, repair slate. There's not many that'll do it anymore. But and then is there vinyl siding or is it wood?
It's wood, and it's almost to the point. It was painted, I don't know, probably 5 years ago, but it's to the point where it's starting to show some wear where it may need repainted or sided.
Got it. Okay.
The windows are not updated either.
Okay, they're all the old wood windows.
Yep.
Got it. And then as far as, I know you said you've owned the property a while and you're just kind of maybe getting older now. Are you self-managing, or do you have a management company that collects the rent for you?
No, I collect the rent myself, as in it's a pretty good deal. If you bought it and just wanted to rent it to them, I got them on the frequent flyer program where her disability check goes to the bank and I get paid before they disperse the money to her.
Wow, that's awesome. How, is this one of your last rental properties, or do you have others in town as well?
I have one other, but I sure don't want to sell 2 in the same year.
Yeah, totally understand with the taxes. Got it. Well, yeah, as far as your timeline, if we were to agree on a price, how soon do you think you'd want to move forward?
We go agree on a price, I could probably move forward immediately.
Got it. Awesome. Did you have kind of an idea of where you'd have to be at if you were to sell this property as far as the price goes?
I don't really want to price it. I'd much rather see what you guys think it. I looked on Zillow, and Zillow says it's worth 178. I know that's absolute bullshit.
Well, I'll tell you what, and I'm glad you said that because I've had people tell me Zillow says, and then I tell them, hey, Zillow used their own algorithm to actually buy their own houses, and they just lost $1 billion with a B last year because they bought prices way too high on their own algorithm. So, yeah, I love hearing that one.
Yeah, I can take a look, and know that, no, you're not going to get. But I just wondered if it wasn't worth that, if it was in, pristine shape. Yeah,
that's usually how the estimates work. So it's, like I said, it's not super accurate, but sometimes it's like, hey, if it was a 3-bed, 2-bath with a garage, exterior, interior, all in great shape, I don't just ballparking. I don't think that 170 range is probably out of the question. But yeah, I kind of just give you the rundown on how we work. What we typically like to do is set up a walkthrough with you just to kind of check out the property, budget out what we think all those repairs are going to cost us. And then within a day, we get back to you and say, hey, this is where we think we'd be at based on what we think it'd be worth all fixed up, what we can get for rent. And this is our renovation budget. So that's kind of how we typically operate. Obviously, because we're the direct buyer and you're the seller, there's no commissions or anything, and we don't mind covering the closing costs on our end. So pretty easy, transaction. At least that's what we try to make it to be. We use usually Valmer Title right in town, and they're very easy to work with. So I'm not sure if there's a day or time if you would be able to give the tenants notice that we could do a walkthrough. But if you have any questions, but typically
I would like for you I'd like for you to do a drive-by first, just for a ballpark. I know you cannot give me an accurate by just driving by, but by the same token, if we're not even in the same zip code, I don't want to disrupt the tenants.
Yeah, I totally understand that. I'll tell you what, well, my partner and I will try and make it by there this weekend, and I'll give you a call back, hopefully Monday if you're available, and just hopefully throw a range out there for you, given, not knowing everything about the interior, and we'll see if that's, something you'd consider, and if it is, then we'll hopefully get something scheduled with the tenants and go from there.
Right, and I think I'm smart enough to realize, regardless of what you tell me, there's a good chance after the walkthrough you're going to want to take it down. So don't start too terribly low. I would rather you tell me later, as far as, no, there's more work here than I expected, because I know you don't want to go up after that, and I'm not stupid enough to. I bet they're going to offer me more than that. So anyway, do your best, and if we're in the same zip code, then I'll arrange for a walkthrough. Now, it probably won't be till the first of the month.
Yeah, I mean, happy to do that. And obviously, I know you don't want to throw out a number, and I totally get that, but I mean, it's kind of like listing a vehicle on Craigslist. It's like you're always going to get super low offers with no number there. I mean, would you be comfortable sharing just at least a range that, you think it would make sense for you, even if it's a wide range, just so we have an idea?
I suppose maybe in the 70 to 80.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's, given the work that you've described, we'll certainly put together a budget and try and be conservative. And if it looks like it's falling in that range, then, like I said, I'll give you a call back on Monday. Is there a time of day that's typically best for you?
No, I'm retired. I don't do nothing all day.
Got it. Well, yeah, that doesn't sound out of the question.
If I don't answer your call, do you do text?
Yep, this number, you can text or call me here, and I assume this is
I'm saying you have my number now, correct?
Yes, I do.
Okay, because if I don't answer, you might want to text me, because if I do not recognize the number, and I probably won't recognize yours, I don't bother with them. The robocalls are just absolutely. I think part of the reason I'm even answering you is the fact you sent me a letter. I was able to sit down, I was able to read it, think about it, versus here's somebody calling me wanting to sell me something I don't want anyway. So,
I'll be honest with you, I'm glad to hear that, because we're we like this approach as well. It gives you a chance to set it on the counter until you're ready. Give us a call if it's something you're interested in. If not, the trash can's right next to the counter. So
right.
Yeah, we're glad to hear that.
I can do that at my convenience versus answering a phone and I'm in the middle of doing something and it's just aggravating. All right, give me a buzz or give me a text on Monday, and then, like I said, if you give me a text, I'll call you back.
Sounds good. I appreciate your time. We'll talk on Monday.
All right, thank you.
All right, have a good week.